Alright, good day everyone, welcome to another day with Carnation Jamaica. Now today we'll be servicing a BMW LCI 528i, latest generation, and we'll be showing you step by step of how we service such a vehicle. Due to the corona scare, we have opted not to go to the dealer and do it at home today. So we're going to show you how we do servicing on BMWs at home. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, so here we have everything that we're going to use today to service the car. We have our trusted tool kit with all our ratchets and all of that, our sockets. We have our oil pulling filter cap tool, and we have our diagnostic tool to reprogram the unit and reset the service light indicator. Right, we have our laptop there that will be hooked up to the car. Right, and these are the items that we'll be using today. Must note, we are not a sponsor. We are not a sponsor. Right, so the items you see we post, we were not paid or anything, but we choose to use the best item and the best quality item. So here we have our air filter, right, genuine, that will be going to the unit. We have our oil filter that will be going on the unit as well. We choose to use Liqui Moly. It's a German brand, the Moly Gen technology. It's a very good quality oil. It even have a illuminating green chemical in it that whenever you have oil leak, you can use a black light and identify the oil leak easier, right? Here we also have a Singleton long time high tech, same Liqui Moly, just the older technology in that, right? We have our windscreen washer fluid. You can use whatever of your choosing. We have engine protectant. After we clean our engine, we use that to shine. We have our arms oil foam that we'll be using to clean our intake. Purple blast that we'll be using to clean our engine. And here we have Gunk airflow, mass airflow and sensor cleaner that we'll also be using. Alright, so this is pretty much the setup that we're working with today. So I'm going to show you the car. We're also going to do a review of the car in a separate video, so stay tuned. Okay, so here's the car. A 528i BMW LCI, last generation. Right, remember, Carnation Jamaica, it's ours. Alright, we already have the car up on the ramp. Here we have the RAV4 and the Hilux truck, but we're not going to trouble those today. We're just focusing on the car today. So we have the engine already up, open, the cap already open, car already on the ramp. Right, so shortly we'll head on it there, pull the bung, have all the oil drained and let it sit. We're going to pull all of these things, the sensors, the airflow, the TPS sensors, the throttle body sensors, and we'll have all of them cleaned and serviced. This is the airflow right here. That's the TPS sensors right there. Right, that's the oil filler cap already open right there. We'll be refilling all of these stuff. Right? So stay tuned and stand by. Okay, so here we are under the unit. See that we have a little oil sweat in here, so suspect it's the oil bung, because on the last service date the seal wasn't changed, so we suspect it's leaking from there. So if you look at it, it's a clear instruction. This is where you drain the oil from. Close that way, open this way. So yes, so I'm gonna pull the camera now, put on the camera now, and use two hands. Alright, so here I have pulled off the cover, so we have a little oil setting somewhere here. I need to find out where it's coming from. So we're gonna clean it off and have it inspected. Probably start from the top. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it now. Alright. Alright, so here I'm gonna pull the bum. So as possible I can use one hand and do it. So I have an all-in key and socket. So if I can do it with one hand. No, this one too big. OMG, this one is too big, so I need a smaller all-in key. Like an 8 or something. So the first one I get was the right size. This one is way too big. Alright, so here we are. Pulling the bung. Be very gentle. Take our time and pull it. So we're gonna do, I have to use two hands, so we're gonna pull it and let it release and flow out in the catch bucket. Alright? It's kind of difficult to video and do it, but you have to try. Get that oil out. Alright, and there you have it. Get it flowing. Try not to make a mess as best as possible. Put up the cardboard. We don't have a lot, so I'll have this drain a bit. No, I'll have a little spillage, but that's alright. We'll see how much of this old oil we can get out. Alright, so that's how we pull the bung, and we're not going to use back the same bung. We will replace it with a brand new one. Alright, so here we have the oil filler cap that we're going to clean off the old excess sweating off it, and the old bung that we'll be replacing. So we won't even clean this part, we have a new one that we'll be replacing. Alright, so we're going to use our purple blast. As I said, we're not a sponsor, but this is what we use to clean these parts. Alright, so what you do is spray it on it and let it soak for a little bit. Then you get a farmer brush or something and scrub it. So you let it soak first, so it soaks into the grime on it. Then after that, you get a brush and you scrub off all that excess. So the reason why we're using the bucket, because we don't know if we're going to finish the entire bottle, so we catch it back in that, so we can always use it to scrub other parts and not mess up the place environmentally friendly. Alright, so that's there. Get it off my hand. Alright, and that's that. Alright, so now we're going to pull down our air filter box and our oil filter canister. But in order to get to the air filter and the oil filter, to remove our mass airflow sensor and to clean our intake, we have to move our support bar at the front. So I already pre-removed the bolts, so just use our hands and take them out. One is 17 and one is 14, two different sizes. To remove the bar. So now we have full access to our air filter box. So we're going to use a T20 Torx, pull here, pull the box, have the box clean, and we're going to use a flathead screwdriver, remove this clamp. We're going to use our T20 also and remove that and have that sensor clean, put down to dry. Alright? Okay. So here we have our airflow filter cleaner. So I've removed it. It's not in that bad shape because it's not there that long, just 5,000 kilometers ago. But nevertheless, yeah, we're removing it. Alright, have little shrubs and stuff. That's our supercharged downpipe right there. And here we have our mass airflow sensor. I'm not even going to plug it off, I'm just going to clean it right here and let it sit right there and dry. I'm not going to fool around with that too much. Alright, and then we're going to clean up our engine and do some other stuff. So we're going to remove our oil cover next and have that drained as well. Alright, so we have already untightened our oil filter cap, so we're going to see if we can turn it with our hands now. Alright, use something to give us a little more tension. Take a little time and turn it until it's all the way open. Still not loose enough. Alright, I think we're right there now. We're gonna have a little water spillage right now, but that's how it is. All filled with oil. Alright, so here we're gonna change these O-ring. This one right here and that small one right in there, because the kit comes with the replacement, so we have to replace them. Alright, so let this drain. Alright, so our oil filter housing, body oil is on it, old oil, so we're going to clean it up again with our purple glass. We're not a sponsor, and after we clean it up, we're going to let this soak a little bit, then we're going to replace all the old gaskets of the oil. Yeah, it's important to get these things clean. Fell a while because I get that from all that dirt. It's all plastic. Alright, so here we have our new oil filter, genuine, same manufacturer as recommended by the dealer or the manufacturer, man filter. Here it comes with new O-rings and the new gunk that I told you about that we're going to replace, because BMW use plastic parts, so each time you service it you have to replace these parts, so you usually get them inside the kit. Alright, so now I'm going to remove the old ones, then install the new one. So watch me. All you have to get is a picking tool. Yeah. You don't have your choice. Slightly. Do not apply too much pressure to break the filter. You slowly work it around and pry. And that's off. One. Alright, so here we're removing.
The turtle back one?
No, the newer shape.
Oh.
There.
A black plastic.
Second.
A black plastic.
O-ring. Yeah. You probably hear me talking. It's to my friends. They are here with me. Yeah? Alright, so now we are remove both O-rings. We're gonna put a little more purple glass. Just a little bit more just to get off the grime that was on that where the O-rings were. Let it drain off a bit. Wipe it off. Remember it's plastic, so you have to be very gentle. Wipe it off. As clean as possible. Where the rings will sit. And then we're gonna install our new ring. The wheels cloth clean it. Wipe it off a little bit more. So now we're going to install our O-rings. Install the bigger one first. Hands are a little slippery, so have to be careful not to clinch. or twist, you want it to go on as even as possible. So you use one hand, pry it around the other hand, and just work it in the slot. And there you have it, as easy as that. For the small one, same principle on a smaller scale. One hand, put, hold, get it over, and you just work it down, ensure that it's straight, not clinched, yeah? There's the brand new O-rings installed. So now we're gonna install our filter. Alright? Press it, and there you have brand new filter with O-ring in its housing, ready to install. So before we install, you wanna clean away oil debris that was being spilled and ensure that the threading is clean. Right, and then slowly put and turn. Ensure that it's not cross thread, seated properly, and you take your time, turn, don't go too fast, double check, ensure that it's not cross thread, you continue to work your way in. I think it's cross thread, but I'm just checking. Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. You want to get it as tight as possible. And then you use your oil filter openers and tighten. More. Alright, so now we're using our cloth oil filter tool, opener and tighten. So watch me. Just take your time. Don't rush it. Remember, it's plastic. It's in stages. You'll get there. No need to rush, you'll get there. Alright. Alright, one more. Usually these things are tightened at a certain torque. So, I want to make sure that we got it right. Alright. I think that is tight. And I don't anticipate any leaks. One more time. Tight enough. So here by right, these should be plugged off, but because the clips, I don't want to break them because, you know, heat and these clips are crystallized, so I make sure that there's no power going to them. And I'm using my Gunk master floor and sensor cleaner to clean them. Right? In principle, every time you change your air filter, you're supposed to clean these parts. I'm also going to clean the map sensor. Right, as you see, there's a lot of build-up and oil on it. These parts must be cleaned as well. So, spray moderately, get off all the gunk off them. Helps to improve mileage, performance. And just let it dry. Do not use carburetor clean on these, it will destroy them. You have to use airflow or sensor cleaner. You not use carburetor cleaner and those stuff on these devices. You will destroy them. Do not. To get the right angle. Clean. So the car will perform properly. So before you reinstall, the cleaning agent will evaporate. So just let it evaporate on its own. And you should be good. Alright? So let that evaporate on its own. Okay, so here we are. Our oil has been drained out. So we're going to reinstall our bung now. Here it is, our brand new bung. Alright, brand new. Came in the oil filter kit. Alright, we have already cleaned off our cover, underguard cover to cover over. And we have all the tools that we will need for underneath here, because when we're through, we necessarily won't come back underneath here unless we have a leak. Alright? Alright, so here we go. So before we install the bung, let me wipe away some of the oil residue that's left in the draining hole. Let's get in there clean. Debris and stuff out. Try to get the area as clean as possible. You don't want any debris here, so let's get it clean. Okay, perfect. Hopefully the camera is angled properly, I don't know. I'm trying to do it at once. Alright, so get the tool, get the bung. Ensure that you don't cross thread it, but take your time and work it in. Alright, then get the ratchet. Remember, it's plastic, don't overdo it. The bung comes with locks on it, so it won't work its way out. Alright, take your time, just pull. Don't want any leaks. You pull, but you have to be very careful. Alright, to get it as firm as possible. I think that should be it. Let me try again a little harder. One more time. Alright, I think that should be it. And then we remove our Allen key. Alright, so I think that should be it right there. Alright, to be careful not to break. Just for precautionary measure, let me pull on it just one more time. Just one more time. Alright. I think that should be it now. Alright. So remove our Allen key. Alright. So we're gonna our underguard cover. Put it back in. Put it back in. It should be. and turn. And when you turn, this thing should come all the way back around this side. Not sure if you are seeing, but this is where I'm at. Turn. Turn, I think that's where it should be. And then we have our 8mm nut that we're gonna install right here to lock our underguard cover. And here we have a ratchet that we're gonna use to tighten. Yeah, it's plastic, so you don't have to pull too hard. To the touch. Alright, that should be good. So we're all done under here. However, when we're pouring our oil, we need to check to make sure that we don't have any oil leaks. Alright? We're gonna now reinstall our mop sensor, airflow sensor, our air filter. That's the new one. This is the old one. You can see a big difference. And our mass airflow sensor. So that's what we're going to do right now. Alright? So the first thing we're going to do is get these sensors out of the way by reinstalling them. Alright, so our map sensor. Push it in properly. Till you hear that click. Ensure that the screw holes are aligned. Then our T20 torques. And install and tighten. Alright? Be careful not to let the screws fall. That will be the end of that. We'll have to go and get replacements. It happened to me many times. So be very careful. Be very careful not to let that happen to you. So tightening up. Ensure not to press on anything and break anything. BMW has a lot of plastic. Ensure that you tighten. This plastic, do not over tighten unless you break. Alright, that's good. Alright, so a brand new air filter. We're going to install in our air filter housing. So our car can breathe properly. There we go. And then we're going to now reinstall the cover. And ensure that all the clips are in place. Is locked and then clip over to ensure that it's properly lined up and locked. If it doesn't feel like it's locked, that means it's not closed. Alright, here that snap, you know that it's closed, you know that it's closed. Alright, then we will now reinstall our mass airflow. Make sure that your hands don't mess it up. Okay. Again, our T20. Tighten. Do not over tighten unless you break it. Over tighten again. Take it. Okay. That's that. Then our clamp. Don't want work to driving in our car losing pressure, so Always remember to retighten your clamps. To the front. And you use your flathead screwdriver and tighten until there's no more movement. Alright, that's done. So we're going to reinstall our support, our strut support, typical BMW. One is a 17 and one is a 14. Just use your hands, bone it down partially. Careful not to have anything fall from you. Try to line it up with the existing lines as it's already there. As the car would have been okay with that level of support already. Let it down as much as possible so you have less work to do with your socket set. So this one is 15, or should I go 14, but it works. This side. Not completely tighten until both of them are brought down. So now we're tight. Remember, by right we should be using a torque wrench to measure the torque, but since we don't have that, we have to do it by feel and sight. Alright, so since we have done most of this, we're going to remove all these old stuff and we're going to pour in some oil, then we're going to degrease the engine, and then that will be that. Alright, so before we top up our fuel, we have an oil filler cap, but that unnecessary gunk is built up on it, so we're going to degrease it, then we'll start pouring oil. Alright, again, our purple glass does the trick. We're going to decrease the entire engine, but since these parts will be closed at that time, ensure that we get all the grime that we can get from this stage. Dirt that's built up over time. Then we give it a good wipe. Drain off while we prepare pouring our oil. Pouring our oil. In principle, these BMW take 6 quarts, but as you know that we can never get all the oil completely drained, we're going to do 5 quarts. Then we check it, and if not, we have a 6 quart to top up with. So we have our long time high life oil. So we're gonna slowly pour. I can never get this straight, but I'm gonna try it today. Remember, when you're pouring at least the first 2, you check your bung to ensure that you have no leakage under the bottom. Ensure that your oil bottle is drained. Can't waste it, very expensive. Very, very expensive. So we have to make sure that we get full bung for our buck. This is the new oil that Liqui Moly is distributing. It's green. It has tungsten and other chemicals inside of it. Whenever you have a leak, you can use a black light and turn it on and you will identify all the leak spots. Alright, so before we pour in this one, let's just check underneath there to ensure that there's no leak. Alright, looks good. I'll always see a tool at the left. Let me get it. Alright. Alright, so let's pour in some more oil. As you can see, this one is green. Oops. I know I was gonna do that. But don't worry, we get it cleaned up. So we have topped up our 5 quarts. We'll have to start the car to check it, so we're not going to do that right now. We have a 6 quart just in case it takes the full 6, but we'll put in 5 quarts. So now we're going to install our cleaned hull cap cover. But before we do that, let me just wipe off the spilling right here. Install. And now I'm going to degrease the entire engine, let it soak, and then we give it a wash. We have some other coolant to top up, but while this soak, we can always top it up afterwards. This thing here is so potent, you have to be careful you breathe it in, and guess what? It kills corona. Corona can't stand up to this one, I guarantee you. So you let it soak properly before you scrub and wash, so you end up with a clean engine. All the build up and grime, get it off. Especially where we have oil spillage. Get it all off. Do not hesitate to use it. Right, soak and degrease. So just make you know, say in time, so we not sign up with him, we just have a common understanding when it's time. And we must say what things are better, but you know, that's not the case. Our engine looking nice. What more are you? So we have the brush and erode, and then we use some fresh water, another bottle. Alright, rinse and wash off. Top up our radiator while our glass continues to soak. Alright, so we have used our purple glass to soak, and now we're going to use our water that is firm enough to get the gunk off, but not damage any of the electricals at the same time. Be careful where you're putting the water. Alternators and those places, they don't want any water in there. Alright? Right here, the oil filler cap. So this is what Carnation does for customers. You get your engine back in factory looking condition. All that gunk without destroying anything. You could have used a high pressure washer, but Gunk out. Okay, so here we have our engine all cleaned up, all pouring, so we just have it trickling to dry off the excess water. We're going to turn it off in a minute now. Right, so I turn it off, power off TV. So here you go, we are all clean. A little water still drying off, but we are all clean and looking good. Alright, all the gunk can build up on all of that, so if we have any oil leaks or anything of the sort, we will see it in a matter of time. Right, smell all that chemical and all of that stuff burning off. Alright, so there you have for this part of it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have the computer all connected and we're going to reset our service lights and stuff like that, and that will be the final phase of this service. Alright, so we are now at the stage where we're going to reset our service lights, run through the car system, make sure that everything is okay. So we're using our J-Dog smart box and our laptop here booting up. Alright, we're going to use our BMW official software and get this segment done. Then we'll get the car a proper wash and we're all done for the day. Alright, so here running through the car system, doing a complete scan before we reset the service lights. Alright, connected to our J-Dog box, smart box to communicate with advanced cars. Alright, so it's loading. So it's running through the entire system of the car. Then after that we can go through and do our individual checks and measurements. Alright, so we're finished doing what we had to do. So now we're just resetting, deleting any faults in our fault memory, and that's it. So we are pretty much done here. We have the car fully serviced and our service indicators have been reset. Carnation Jamaica. Remember to click, like, subscribe and share. Respect, thanks, big up, be safe, stay away from Corona. So there you saw, I took you through stages of me servicing a car at home. You can all do it yourself. The video will be uploaded to YouTube, so remember to follow, subscribe, share, watch, right? So click, like, subscribe, share, watch, follow, you name it. We're on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, IG, and your support will be much appreciated. Respect, and remember again, be safe.